Okay, it's time to tell you all the story of I would say this is probably my worst rejection I've ever gotten from a girl. And I've been rejected many times. Like a lot of times. So basically, I was in high school. That was my first year of high school ever. And there was a girl that was close by to me, like sitting like close by to me, right? And I immediately had a crush on her because she was my type. Mind you, I was a pussy back then still, and I didn't have a personal transformation. I was 14. Keep all of this in mind, right? All of this, keep that in mind. So I did have a crush on her, and I talked with her on a regular. Wasn't really like too forceful. I was just like talking with her, getting to know her. I exchanged numbers with her, and then she got a boyfriend. You know? And then she got a boyfriend. Me, being the fucking senile idiot I am, I still talk to her in the hopes of dating her while she has a boyfriend. Then she breaks up with her boyfriend. I still want to, well, you know, I saw that as an opportunity. I'm like, all right, they broke up. They broke up. It's time, right? I went in, right? So I still talk with her on a daily basis besides that. And then actually it went pretty decent. We built a chemistry. We hung out on the regular. We hung out like every morning, like during like, on the weekend during like, fucking back in the day when Skype was still a thing. We were hanging out on Skype. She was playing on Xbox. I was playing another game, and we actually hit it off pretty well. And then I'm like, yo, let's go on a date. And she's like, you know what, sure, fuck it, why not, let's go on a date. This woman crushed me. I went on a date, right?
Yeah.
At like 6 p.m. I was like outside. She didn't show up. On time. She didn't show up at 6. I texted her. I'm like, yo, where you at? 5 minutes later. No response. I wait for half an hour. No response. I called my friend who lives close by to come over and talk with me in the meantime while we wait. He comes over. Text her again. Hour later. No response. It's been about an hour and a half. And I check my Snapchat account. And guess what I fucking see? Her going out with another dude 5 kilometers away from me. That was 2 hours in. No response, no nothing. This woman that was probably my worst fucking rejection. And you know what's the worst fucking part after all of that?
What?
I forgave her. In the hopes of still dating her. What the fuck is wrong with me when I was 14?
Damn.
And then guess what happened? A month later, she got to know one of my friends. And guess what happened? She wanted to date him. Bruh. After that, I was done. I'm like, bro, I will actually go fucking see now. They didn't date, by the way. But, you know, bruh. See, this is what I mean. I know that feeling. Yeah, I never experienced that feeling after that again. I was still a pussy for like a couple of months after that. But after that I had my personal transformation, and literally now I'm in a position of power where girls want something from me and I don't want anything to do with them. Big fan. But back in the day, I just wanted to. I just asked like a lot of women to like either date or hang out, which resulted in a lot of relationships, a lot of successes, but also had like hundreds of failures, which is to me personally normal, like totally normal. I see failure as something totally normal, like that's just expected. I was like, yeah, I expect that. But I got cocked not once, not twice, but 3 times, and I still didn't learn. Crazy shit, I tell you that much. I learned after the 3rd time, but like how much more did she have to do? You know what I mean? Like, why did I still fucking, you know? And now looking back at it, she wasn't even all that. You know? Like, it wouldn't have lasted for sure. But yeah, luckily she dropped out of school, so I didn't have anything to do with her anymore. But we were in the same class, so it was still fucking weird, champ. It was still fucking weird as shit. But yeah, guess who didn't fucking learn? Me. I learned then. See, even nowadays, I still don't think she was like she was okay. Like she was a decent person overall. But that type of moves in particular, Yikes. Absolute fucking garbage. Like, absolute fucking garbage. Especially back then when I was only interested in some of these looks and not their personality that much. Added to it. Now I'm like a lot depends on personality for me. Just because, not really because I don't want to like fail into a relationship. It's just like it's very important to like have somebody who's honest and communicative, because otherwise, cringe. See, that was when I was 14, and now I ain't chasing nobody. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. My worst rejection. Yeah. My worst rejection. That's gonna be a YouTube video.